You alright, dude? Take 2 snacks, huh? Morning, guys. Yes, I'm doing another vlog, sitting in Bluesfield. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a info dump on yesterday's show. We didn't actually vlog yesterday's show, but I did get some clips, so I thought just go ahead and do another little chatty one, and I will go ahead and shove those clips in. It's not like I said, it's not a full vlog we did yesterday, and I've not got enough clips to do like a whole video on, but yeah, I'll just shove those in and you guys can watch them as I'm nattering to you about what happened yesterday. And hopefully Blueberry will actually stay here in the background of this. And all I can see is the side of his rug, though. It's a bit like, I want to see his pretty face. Can we see your pretty face, my dude? You're going to keep wriggling around trying to find food, aren't you? Yes, never mind. Anyway, let's get into it. So yesterday we took Blueberry out to the Frampton Family Riding Club Summer Fun show. I assume it was their Summer Fun show. Open show. It was a really nice show, actually. I really enjoyed it there. It's a nice venue, so it was at CCR Equestrian in Gloucester. Really nice venue. I like it there. And to be fair to them, they've done a lot of work since we've last been there. It's been a couple of years since we've been there. It's just such a nice venue. They've got 3, well, it's one massive arena, but they split it into 3. And like the stables there are lush. Like we didn't rent a stable or anything, but obviously you get to look at the yard as you're driving through it to park and everything. And yeah, it is very nice there. It's really nice there. Really nicely run show. Like the organisers were really nice. And it was organised, like every class had a start time. It wasn't like, here's 6 classes, here's the not before time, but, you know, the schedule may change on the day. It was, right, here's 6 classes, every single one has a 30-minute time slot. No class will start before the time that is on that piece of paper, regardless of whether or not we've got no entries for it. Like, there were a couple of classes they had no entries for, and they did not start the next class until that specified time. And I love that. There's nothing more frustrating than getting to a show, going through the hassle of getting your horse cleaned up, getting there, blah, blah. And then you turn up and it's like, oh yeah, sorry, we've run your class already. We were running ahead of schedule. And I'm like, oh great, thanks. That's nice. So yeah, I really appreciated that. Off he goes. It was really nice that they did it like that yesterday. It was just super organised, and like I was speaking to one of the ladies in the secretary's booth, like it just makes the day run smoother. Everybody's happier, everybody knows where they are. You don't have to like loiter by the ring for hours, wondering which class is in, wondering when you're going to be in. I mean, like some of the classes run later than they specified, but you know you're not going to miss your class because you're early, and I love that. I think every show should run like that. Every single show should do that, in my opinion. It just makes for such an easier day, such a nicer day. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for the show organisers. It was really good. Blueberry here, he went out and did in-hand showing yesterday. We did 2 classes and he got into a championship class. So he did the in-hand, it was like a traditionals class. There was only 3 put forward in that class. He won that class. The judge seemed to really like him. We were a bit concerned actually, so he's lost some condition recently. Obviously because he's not been doing anything for the last little while because of the issues with his feet. He's been off work. He's lost a lot of top line and he's lost some of the muscle that we managed to put on his shoulders. But actually the judge was kind of like running his hands over him and he was like, no, he's perfect. Like condition wise, he's perfect. Yes, he needs top line, but he doesn't need any more like fluff on him. He doesn't need any more fat on him, basically. And we actually had a similar comment from a different judge later on as well, which was very reassuring actually, because me and Mum were looking at him when we were getting him ready in the morning, thinking, oh, he does look a bit lean. He looks really like scrawny and immature. But it was down to muscle, not like condition. So yeah, that was reassuring. That was good. But yeah, he got first in the traditional class, like I said, out of 3. So it's nice to win, but it's even nicer to win when there's a massive class. That's my mentality. Like, and to be fair, like I'm not I like to win, but it's not the, like, it's not the be all and end all, you know? It's like, want him to have a good day, we want to make progress, we want to be moving in the right direction, and you want there to be like some competition, do you know what I mean? Like, if I win, if he wins in a class of 3, it's like, oh, that's nice. If he wins in a class of 20, I'm like, yeah, that's a satisfying win. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to word what's in my head, but that's kind of where my head's at with that kind of thing. But anyway, small class, he took first. Really, really happy with him. He went beautifully, other than he was a little bit sluggish. So we've been having that issue with him this year. We're struggling to get him to like really do that big flashy trot that he's got. But he went beautifully. He went really, really beautifully, other than like a little bit of a lack of energy. So that was the first class. And then second class was open in-hand coloured. Really big class. I didn't actually count how many competitors were in there, but there were a lot. Really, really big mixture of different horses. It was really nice turnout for that class, actually. There were some nice horses at the show overall, but that coloured class had some really, really nice horses in it. There was a really nice black and white show pony that I remember seeing, or show cob, I don't know what you call it. It's a horse, it's a black and white horse, I don't know. It was like all platted out with a fancy brow band. I don't know if it would be show pony or show cob. It was kind of like on the borderline in my mind, but it was really pretty, really like that mare. So yeah, there were some nice horses there. Again, he went beautifully, but he just lacked energy and flash. Like, he was just a bit flat and a bit like, I can't be asked. I'll go through the motions, but I'll just amble along. He was a bit like that all day. And so he came in second in that one, behind a beautiful little Palomino 2-year-old filly who took first. We actually know the people who own and were showing her. Well, I say we, my mum knows them very well. I know them as much as that I've encountered them in many a show ring now. Yeah, mum knows them from like years ago, and I keep ending up in the same classes with them. And it's kind of funny because they keep beating me, and every time I see them, I'm like, it's you again, damn you. One day I'm gonna beat you. Friendly rivalry, there's nothing else going on there. Just to clarify, guys, it's friendly rivalry. We had this with a friend of ours years ago, actually, when we were taking the horses down to Frampton Fair with the Cotswold Cart Horse Society. A lady down there, Mandy, who we actually got Nelly from, who was over there. We got Nelly from her, and actually Blue came from this lady as well. We've bought many horses from her over the years. She would beat us in that show every year, and it just became this like ridiculous little like friendly rivalry thing. And we did beat her. We beat her one year. We beat her. Stumpy beat her in her little cart. She was a legend that year. It was amazing. It's nice to have like friendly rivalries, and it makes it a bit more fun when you see the same people and it's like, I'm gonna get you one day. So yeah, he came second in that class. That mare absolutely deserved it, by the way. Like, we weren't expecting him to go anywhere near placings for this show, just because of his like lack of energy, and you know, he wasn't looking his best. So yeah, he took second place in that one. Really big class. It was a good class. I said his behaviour was impeccable all day. He was so well behaved. I've lost him again. There you go. There's a blue bum for you, in case I've not found a clip to put over this bit. I don't know how much clips I've got. I said it was not enough for a whole video, but I'll try and spread them out a little bit to keep it interesting. But yeah, he's so well behaved in the show ring now. I mean, in the years past, he's been an absolute monster of a horse to handle on the ground. Like, a few years ago, I swore that I would never show him in hand ever again because he was that much of an ass to handle. Mum quit showing him because she just physically couldn't handle him. He was just an absolute moron. He was a nightmare. He was uncontrollable. He was borderline dangerous. And we were like, yeah, done with that. Done with showing him in hand. He was fabulous, but he was just not handleable. And we kind of said we were going to go do ridden stuff with him, and then just everything. But yeah, ever since his box rest, he's been the sweetest dude ever. It's just really, like the last 12 months, he's really, really mellowed, and it's really weird. Mum doesn't like it. It kind of weirds her out. But he's just so he's just so chill now. And I'm not complaining, like, he was an ass to deal with before. He was so difficult. And now he's just, like, he's still cheeky, he's still blue, he's still cultish, he still likes to push your buttons and break things and, you know, dick around and everything. But he's just really sweet and really mellow. And he's an absolute gentleman to do in the show ring. You've got to be firm with him. Like, he will still try it on. You've got to be firm with him. But I find him so easy to show in hand now. Like, he's an absolute breeze to do. He's actually easier than Woodster. Woodster's still a loose cannon. We're taking that lunatic out next weekend, hopefully. And I'm a bit worried he's going to try and punch me in the face with those front legs again. But, like, Blue, he's just so easy to do now. But the only downside is, like, he's just lost that little bit of edge, and I don't know if it's because he's just settled into it. Maybe he's a bit bored with it. Maybe it's because we've got him on this low sugar diet now. Obviously, he's on a laminitic diet. He's a lot leaner now than he's ever been before. And I don't know what it is. He's just kind of like lacking that bit of fire that he used to have. It is still there. So when he did his, so in the second class, in the coloured class, he did his trot round, and his individual trot round, it was okay, but it was a bit flat, didn't have much energy. And then when they did, when we did the lap of honour at the end, obviously he pulled in second behind that lovely Palomino filly. The Palomino filly was an absolute firecracker. She bombed on down there like an absolute crazy train. She was awesome. And Blue saw that and he was like, oh yeah, let's go for it. Like, because he was following something else that had a bit of about it, he got into it and he did the most beautiful trot ever. And it was hilarious because all the judges were like watching him in this like lap of honour, like, why didn't he do that in the actual show? And I'm like, I don't know why he didn't do it. But it was amazing, absolutely amazing. He floated, it was beautiful. And then we got him into the championship class, bless him, and he was flat and dull and couldn't really be asked again. And so I'm just not really sure what it is. My gut says it's a combination of like a little bit of boredom. There's weird noises going on. I think it's the neighbours trying to catch a horse. I wonder what the hell that was. But yeah, I think it's like this weird combination of a little bit of boredom and a little bit of lack of energy. I mean, like I said, he's on a laminitic diet now. In the past when we've taken Woodster out, we fed him oats and everything. Obviously, we've got to be very mindful of what we're feeding Blue now. I don't think we've ever done that with Blue. But like I said, he's getting less food, he's getting less sugar. And yeah, I just wonder if, I mean, he's so chill. Like somebody said when we've taken him out in the show ring, like one of the other lady competitors who was there, she just kind of looked at him and he was like, oh, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Like he's been round this game a few times. And I'm like, yeah, he likes doing this. He's good at it. He knows what he's doing. He knows his job. And he does know his job. He knows his job now. He knows what his job to do is when he goes out in hand showing. Yeah, we've just got to figure out a way to get that fire back. If anybody's got any suggestions, actually, like my head at the moment is saying we need to do fitness. We need to get him uber fit. The more work he's doing, obviously, the more food he can have. Obviously, we've just got to be careful with the food that we're giving him because we don't want him to put weight on and then put him at a higher risk for having a laminitis relapse. We don't want to go down that road. The annoying thing is that doing the hardcore fitness relies on us keeping on top of his feet. Like, there's always something else, isn't there? I said this in my last video, there's always something else that's kind of like stopping you from doing the next thing you need to do, and it's really bloody annoying. Got to keep his feet in good check to do the fitness work with him. If we can keep his feet in good check and do the fitness work with him, then he can have more food and we can build him up, get that stamina up, get that fitness up, get that muscle back on him, and hopefully he'll be feeling a bit better in himself then. And then he'll have a bit more, like, you know, about him when he gets in the show ring. That's the theory. So that's kind of where my head's at the moment. But then I was also thinking, can we find him some higher energy feed that's not going to mess with him? Like, that's not going to mess with him. It's not sugary. It's not going to mess with his insulin and that kind of thing. And yeah, just, I need some ideas. If anybody's got any suggestions, I know when I was posting about his laminitis that a lot of people were saying that they'd been through laminitis with their horses. If anyone's got any suggestions on like feed alterations that we can make. I mean, at the moment he has soaked haylage. He's out here for a few hours a day. This is his field. As you can see, there's not much out here. But he gets to spend a few hours a day out here. and he has a bucket feed once a day. He has a lammy friendly chaff, low sugar chaff, molasses free, obviously. They all have the same, by the way. They're all on the same food. So they have a molasses free chaff. I can't remember what brand we're on at the moment. I think it's a Denji one with the alfalfa in it. And they have a feed balancer. It is the Haygate's feed balancer. Again, low molasses, no fuss, nothing like that. And the only thing he has that they don't is he has his farrier's formula, which obviously has got all the vitamins and minerals and everything in it for his hooves, which also incidentally helps his skin. So that's what he's having at the moment, and I'm just trying to figure out, is there something else we could give him? Maybe not even like every day, but maybe just like on show days, just to give him a bit of extra juice, you know? Because we did that with Woodster for a while. We'd give him an extra scoop of oats in his breakfast on a show day, because otherwise he wouldn't have enough juice in the tank to get around the show ring, basically. So we've had to do stuff like that before. But yeah, I don't know, just, yeah, need to kind of suss this out a little bit, need to get him back to where he was. He's fabulous, but he's got more. There's just something's just not quite there yet, and we need to get it there. But yeah, overall it was a really, really, really nice day out, and it was a smooth day out. Like, me and Mum got here, and it was like, somehow we were ready to go early. We got there early. Like, not ridiculously early, but early. Like, because, like, so often in the past, we'll get somewhere early, and then somehow the universe gobbles up an hour of time, and we're like, crap, we're late now, how did that happen? We were here early. That didn't happen. We were early, we were calm, everything went smoothly, there were no cock-ups, we didn't forget anything, he was really well behaved. It was just, I don't know, it was a really weird day. It was just, everything went really smoothly. It makes me uncomfortable when that happens, because I'm like, something's lurking, like karma's gonna come get me now, isn't it? Like, why have we had a nice day out? We don't have nice days out. It just makes me uncomfortable, that does. But yeah, it was a really nice day out, really nice venue, really nice judges, everybody was friendly, all the competitors were friendly. There was a few rogue horses with slightly delusional handlers, but you get that at most shows. I mean, there was one especially delusional handler. Oh, it was so cringy. Like, it was an older gentleman, and he was showing this Arabian cross. I'm not sure what it was. It was some sort of Arab or Arab cross. It looked too chunky to be a purebred Arab. It was a really nice horse, but it was nuts. Like, when he led it down to the warm-up ring, like, the stewards had to clear the entire trackway to let him come down, because it was just running circles around him. It was nuts. And then it was going nuts in the warm-up. It was in hand, by the way. It was going nuts in the warm-up, and then it wouldn't stand still. It had no manners. It kept trying to run him over. And then it was in the championship class with us at the end, and it literally ran over him. Like, he was under it. It ran over him. And it was just like, no, like, I mean, I get it. He's been an ass in the past. Like, we've taken him out and we've had to pull him out of classes. But he was never that bad. Like, we'd never let it get to that point that he was running. Like, it got away, it got loose. And I mean, there were kids in that class, you know, that horse was nuts. I was honestly expecting it to just come over and kick the crap out of something. It had that look in its eye. And I'm like, man, there's kids in this class. And I was like, yeah. Like I said, don't get me wrong, we've had issues with him before where he's been up on his back legs. I've never lost him in a show ring. The day I lost him in a show ring would have been the day I stopped taking that bloody thing out. And, you know, you could see that it had happened before, that it had been a behaviour that had been allowed. The horse had been allowed to get away with, and I was just like, oh man, there's always one at every show. I'm glad it's not us this time, but there's always one at every show. Other than that, though, it was a lush day. It was a really, really nice day. Really nice day out. Really happy about it. Hello, handsome. Are you coming back to your hay pickings, are you? Yeah? You had a good day out, didn't you, dude? And it was on a nice soft surface as well, which was good for his feet. I was watching him walk across the yard this morning. He's still really footy on the gravel. He's alright on the softer stuff, but I don't know, he is still a little bit footy. I'm still on the fence as to whether or not I want to start working him again. If we had a sand surface here, I would work him on that, but I don't know, I'm scared of hurting him again. Paranoid crazy horseman. But yeah, anyway, that is a little little info dump on our show day. Again, if anybody's got any thoughts on how we can give him a little bit more energy, like I said, I know fitness comes first, but I do feel like he needs a bit more juice in the tank as well. So any suggestions from people who have got laminitic horses, yeah, that'd be great. Leave that in the comments for me. And yeah, good day out, wasn't it, Blueberry? Yeah. I better go sort his hay out and get that soaking and, you know, pick up poo and everything and actually do something useful for the day, because I've got loads of jobs on the go. And, yeah, sitting here talking to you guys isn't getting any of them done. So, right, I'm going to get my ass up and I'm going to get on with my day. Hope you enjoyed the little show clips that we got there, guys. And I'll see you soon.